Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not drunk yet. This is my first drink. I've been busy. And get a chow. It's my desire. It's my desire. Don't you know how we keep starting fires? Alexa, reduce volume to 3. There, now I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone. What I'm going to need to do is find all my members because I've not even had time to do my homework. Normally on a Saturday, I do all my homework and write down all my members and everything like that, so I can give them a shout out. But I'm just in the door about 10 minutes ago. Just in the door because I was away to the hospital. Tony, good morning, lovely Tony. Good morning. Yes. Check out the title of this. It's true. Now, wait till I find my members. Hold on a minute. I need to think. YouTube Studio. My goodness, this ice is already melting and it's just been put in the glass. It's hot today. Oh, it's taps off weather. Taps off. Right, let me get my first drink. Don't you know how we keep starting fires? Right, there we are. Found yous. Oh, there's new features. What's the new features? Oh, we'll have a look at the new features once I give everybody a shout out. Bex, good afternoon, lovely Bex. Lauren, good afternoon. Oh, wait till I tell you, Lauren. Wait till I tell you. I always thought it was the alcohol, but listen, that's twice now I've been absolutely sober on a Saturday. I think it's just Saturdays for me. It's 8 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. I've been up since 3 a.m. So to me, this is like 7 o'clock at night. I'll be sleeping by 5 o'clock. So I want to thank the following people for being in my wee group, my wee club thing, whatever it's called, membership. There we are. If you are interested, it's in the description box of this video. You can join and be a member, etc. So I want to thank Margaret, lovely Margaret. Thank you very much, Margaret. Makili, thank you, Makili. Keely, your video is scheduled for Wednesday, and I think it's a good one. I was actually quite falling asleep with myself, and I don't normally give myself ASMR. So anyway, Carolyn, good morning, and thank you very much. Melania, thank you very much. Gigi, thank you, Gigi. Lydia, thank you so much. Shiny, thank you. Tash, thank you, Tash. Bex, my beautiful Bex, thank you. Edge of ASMR, thank you so much. Stuart, thank you, Stuart. Alisa, thank you very much. Mystical, thank you, Mystical. Lindsay, thank you so much, Lindsay. Golfer Girl, thank you, Golfer Girl. Hope you're enjoying the golf. It's been all on our radio, but there's some golf happening in Scotland. Vera, thank you so much, Vera. Lisa in Canada, thank you. Slim Stacey, thank you, Stacey. Thank you very much. Celia, thank you so much. M, my beautiful M, thank you, M. The deleted channel is still called This Channel Has Been Deleted. Whoever you are, mysterious group member, I want to make love to you. Thank you. Angela, thank you so much. Joyce, thank you very much, Joyce. Phoenix, thank you very much. And Sloth Queen, thank you very, very much. Thank you to just all of you for coming in and spending time with me though. There was these new features for membership perks. Now you could add loyalty badges for 3 and 4 year members. Oh, I need to look into that. I've not messed about in this for a while, so I'll have a look whenever I get a chance to see what maybe we can make some new badges, and they'll be naughty. They'll be naughty. Caroline, good afternoon, and my lovely Bex. Yes, listen, wait a second. In fact, I've got lots of things to talk about actually. Wait. I'll show you. I don't know. Look, doctor's handwriting. There's my thing. There's my letters. Oh God, look there. Right, I don't want all my details out there, so I'll not be showing you that part. Can't show you this part though, can't I? Right. This is what I've got. It's Dermatology. I've got antibiotics to take for 60 days. I've never had to take antibiotics for 60 days. There you are, a 60-day course of antibiotics. That it was the scalp doctor I was away seeing, and he's gave me foam to put on my hair. So anyway, right, I had to go to my dermatology, as you have seen. And I waited, and I went, and it was an older doctor, an older gentleman doctor, right? And he says, "Come in, Linda, have a seat. How are you? How's the scalp?" And I went, "Terrible, absolutely terrible." I says, "It's worse if anything." I says, "My scalp," I says, "it's still terrible." I says, "I use the shampoo and I use all the ointments and everything. I do it all, and it's still really bad." I says, "In fact, I think it's spreading to my face." I says, "Because I've got wee breakouts happening right in my skin." And my skin's always been fine. So anyway, so I was like that. And I've got a wee bit of dryness in the back of one of my legs. So he says, "Can I have a look at your leg first?" I said, "Sure." So I pulls up my skirts. I'm wearing my wee skirty today. He obviously liked what he seen, the man. Right, he obviously liked what he seen. So I showed him, I says, "There's the mark there." He went, "Oh yes, it's eczema." I said, "Aye." And I says, "Right, my head." So he was having a look at my head, and he says, "I'm just going to run my fingers through your hair." He says, "Sometimes that's the best way to feel the areas that are really dry." So he starts, I was like, "Yes," and I had my hair down, and he was massaging into my scalp like this. I was like, "I'm about falling asleep with this actually. This is I had to pay money for this." So he's there's a patch here, and he was all like that. So he says, there's a bit there and everything. He says, "I've got this foam that I want you to try." I'll tell you more about the foam in a minute, but this great foam that you put in your hair, and it's the best thing on the market, this foam. He says, "And if that doesn't work, we're going to need to decapitate you," right? And I went, and I laughed like that. I went, you know, and he went, "Oh, that's just me being an old fart or something," he said. And I went, "Well, you're not really that old, doctor." I says, "I'm 50. I'm an old lady myself." I says, "I'm 50. He says, "You look good for it." I was like, "Well, here we are. There you go. It must be some kind of a vibe I'm giving out, right?" So I was like, I kind of fluster after that one. It's like, this guy's actually trying to hook up with me here. He had no wedding ring on, but you never can tell. So anyway, then he goes into this whole story about the foam. He says this company, he says they made this foam. He says, and then they brought out another foam, and I thought they're at it. It's never going to be as good as the original foam, and it was better. He says, and do you know what else? He says they brought out more foam the next year, and do you know what? I thought again, this is going to be rubbish. And it was even better again. So a whole story about the foam, a whole thing about the foam. So I said, "Great." I says, "Doctor," I says, "the thing is," I says, with my scalp, I says, "the chemists give me or the doctors give me wee tubes like this. See, if you've got to treat your whole head, you're using like half a tube." So, and he went, he took the letter, he went, "If you want," he says, "we can keep the letter here, and you can just come back up here, and we'll go to the pharmacy, and we'll get your stuff." And I went, "No, it's all right, I'll get it for you, Asda." I was like, "Oh, it's all right there." I mean, he was an older gentleman, do you know what I mean? But still, I was like, "What's going on?" So I was saying to Amanda, I always thought it was a drunken thing that I had, but I must have some kind of pulling powers for a Saturday morning. I mean, Tahoe, remember Tahoe? I was absolutely stone cold sober now this doctor. And he was massaging my head. I was like, "This is quite good." Margaret, there's my lovely Margaret. Good afternoon, my beautiful Margaret. Aye, that's what it was like. "You look good for it." I was like, "Oh, here we are. Thank you, doctor. That's very kind of you. You're not too bad yourself, by the way." I didn't say that to him, but I thought, "Oh my God, it's happening again, isn't it? It's a Saturday." I always thought it was like, as I say, the booze. But it's not. I seem to be giving it out some kind of sexy vibe. I'll need to go see what the millionaires' houses. Mind I showed you the millionaires' houses. I'll need to go down there on a Saturday morning. I'm thinking maybe try and pull somebody. One of the millionaires. Oh yeah, I like a walk down here actually. Yes, I stay away over the other side of town, but I do like a walk down here. Yes, I like a walk. I'd get arrested. They'd be like, there's some dodgy woman with pink hair walking about our houses and she doesn't stay here. I would, but then the boys in blue would come and take me and it'd be a win-win situation, I suppose, really, wouldn't it? But this is me just sat down by 3 o'clock this morning. Wonky donkey, good afternoon. Thank you, Wonky. A doctor told me that as well this morning. You don't expect your doctor to say that to you, do you know? I was like, well, I must be giving it out today. It must be, I don't know, some sexy kind of dry skin. You know, he fell in love with my psoriasis or whatever the hell it's called. So anyway, I'll need to hand that in on Monday. So do you know, I'll probably not get that prescription till next Thursday or Friday, by the time my chemist have got it. But I've never known, has anybody out there ever had to take antibiotics for 60 days? Right, I'm going to have to prove this because there'll be people going, absolutely not. Right, you don't take, because I was shocked myself. I was like, 60 days? Yes. One in the morning and one at night I could take. Wait till I try and hide these details. Right, and I'll show them. Right. Typical doctor's handwriting. Right, this is the foam. Right, 60 days. And this here is the antibiotic. Where are we? 60 days. He did say 60 because I was like, maybe he meant 60 tablets. Maybe he meant 60 tablets, but he did say 60 days because I thought, my God, that's a long time. Do you know what? We'll need to get the thrush cream because, see, a lot of women, right, see if you're on antibiotics, you end up with bloody thrush. So I'd be as well getting some of that in. Fair to be prepared for these things, eh? I've not had a dose of thrush in a long time, but antibiotics seem to do it. So once I get my, do you know what? We see when I'm in the chemist, I'll get a wee tub of Canistan. just to be. Yes, I'll probably not have any alcohol if I'm taking that. Is that quite a heavy antibiotic? You know what? I might just not have it on the Saturday and then go back to it. Enjoy my Saturday too much. My goodness, Carolyn, well, there you go. He did say to me, the whatever's on my face isn't the same as what's on my scalp. He says something about Rosetta or something like that. I don't know what the hell he's saying. I was still in a fluster with the whole I look good 50 comment. Yeah, I will be careful though, Lauren. I'll definitely be careful. I'll be watching for that. But I'm glad, and he says I have to see him again in 2 months. He might be dreaming of me every night. He's an older man, but listen, that doesn't bother me. It's the person I like. But the whole story about the foam, by God, there was 10 minutes for this story about the foam. But see if the foam works. I'm going to hug the man next time I see him. There you are. Gigi, good afternoon. Gigi, I nearly snagged a doctor today. I was giving out some sexy vibes at the dermatology clinic. All us flaky girls. Sorry. All us flaky guys. We were all there. It was all happening. It was running through my... It was like, what's that, 9.5 weeks or something? It was like a scene out of that. The doctor looked at massaging my head. I was like, oh, this is great. Because he was looking at me when you've got a lot of hair. And I was going, hi. I says, oh, that's what else he said. I says, I didn't have hair. I says, like a few years ago, I says, I had chemotherapy. And he said, what, you chemotherapy? He says, when was that? I says, 2014. He says, well, can I just say you've done amazing. Well done. I was like, this guy, this is a nice guy. Normally I get doctors that make me cry, so it was good today. It was good today. But listen, there's something behind me, and a lot of people are going to be saying boo to me, boo. But it is Christmas in July. I'm going to show you. I've been getting things. I'm going to have a project on my fireplace this year, something different. So do you know what I thought? That's going to be on my centerpiece of my fireplace this year. Yep. Look at this guy. Isn't he amazing? I've not opened them because I thought I'd keep it to use for here. Oh, there's some wires if you want to attach them. I'll probably take the wires off. Look at him. He's going to be sitting in the middle of the fireplace like that. And round him I've got lime green ribbon, and I've got red kind of rope, red and white rope ribbon, and I'm going to wrap all that round the lime green ribbon, and then I'm going to sew on some red baubles all over it, and it's going to be a Grinch themed, and I'll probably put lights on it as well. So it's going to be a Grinch themed fireplace this year. The wee fella's going to love it. See, you can attach. I know you can attach this to your Christmas tree. You can put it in your. I mean, that's really not going to hold it on your Christmas tree. The things there. Right? I'll cut them off. No, they'll be getting cut off because I don't need them. They're not going on a Christmas tree. Let's see. Maybe I should do that. I'll do that later. In fact, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow or something. And it's so cute though. Like, so it's going to be lime green, red, and white. Grinch themed. So Christmas in July. Oh, thank you, Gigi. Do you know it's lovely and cool? The only thing is there's quite a big gap here, and as I said, I've had my armpits kind of gouged into it because they removed lymph nodes from under there. So I mean, see, I mean, a bought scarage under there that I'm kind of, and I know I shouldn't be. I should be like this. My war wounds, but I'm still a bit self-conscious about it. That's the only thing. But it's lovely and cool, and the back comes down quite a bit, so it's a lovely cool top to wear on a day like this. Yeah, you can see my armpit there. Listen, my scars aren't just like these scars like that. I get butchered. But you know, some of them alive. I've got two fans on. I've got the fan there and I've got a fan. Look, it's too hot. Look, I've got the fan there. And I've got a fan there, so there I'm complaining about the heat. Look, it's a beautiful day. My grass has been cut. The water's in the birdie bath for my birdies because they need to swim about. And there was a big fat seagull in there. Yes, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. My days are all merging into one. My days are so busy. And you know something? I'm thankful. And I'll be getting the wee fella again a couple of days next week. Do you know what? I miss him. I miss not having him. Yeah, Gigi, you know what I mean? Everybody's going, no, you shouldn't cover up. No, that's your war wounds. That shows people how brave you are. I just don't. For one, I don't think I was brave at all. I actually felt as if I was a bit of a coward. The only reason that I went through the whole cancer battle, to be truthful, was because of my kids. That's the only reason. See, if it wasn't for my kids, I'd have been like, do you know what? I'm throwing the towel in. Even my mum and dad, I'd probably still be like, I'm throwing the towel in. I'm not even going to bother going to my appointments anymore. Just let it do what it's going to have to do. But I couldn't do that to my kids. So they forced me. And I'm still here. Carolyn, do you know, I haven't even got a wash in it because this is the first I've sat down since 3 o'clock this morning. I have been run off my feet all day. All day I've been run off my feet. But do you know what? I'm quite happy about that. So. And here, I mean, imagine it. I can't get out of that doctor. Oh, Gigi, how wonderful. Do you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait until we can take the wee fella to see a Christmas pantomime. because it's a thing that I like to do. And me and Peter kind of had a wee tradition of going to the theatre to see the pantomime at Christmas, and the atmosphere is just electricity, because it's Christmas Eve. I always book for Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve. Santa's coming in next day. All the wee kids are there with their beautiful wee Christmas jumpers and stuff, and flashing lights and earrings and stuff. And the pantomime's going on, and it's always festive, really festive. And you can just feel the happiness and joy in the room. And I love that. I kind of feed off that. That fills my soul up with happiness. Just that feeling. Did you see the picture, Gigi? See, the thing is, when I'm on my ASMR profile, I can't like the pictures or comment, because see, if I do, the stalker might be able to see my grandchild, and I can't be having that. So I've got another Facebook account that I've only got like 7 people on, that I put some pictures of my grandkids, and the 7 people are just family members, because I can't chance it. I can't chance some weirdo taking a picture of my grandson and doing something terrible with it, which they would do, because that's what trolls are all about. Oh, Carolyn, how lovely. Do you know, I remember taking Sophie when she was a wee girl to see Santa, and I was desperate for a picture, and she was crying at Santa. I was going, go and sit in Santa's knees. She's going, no, Mummy, no. And I'm going, Santa brings you toys, Sophie, go and sit in Santa's knee. No, I don't want it. So eventually we didn't, look, I'm not going to force my way into sit in Santa's bloody knee. But no, she was having none of it. She didn't care if Santa was bringing toys. She was not going near him. But then, see, when they get to about 4, they're like, oh, aye. But see, now in this day and age, isn't it horrible that you're something that is innocent as Santa, has become weird to think about your child going and sitting on a stranger's knee and telling your kid that this strange man comes into their house, you know, and leaves stockings by their bed. It's just, it's a horrible world that we've got to shield our children in this way. I don't know, is the world getting worse? Or was it just, was these people swept under the carpet back in the day that nobody ever talk about it? I don't know. I'd like to think it was nobody ever talked about it, because that means the world's going to piss. If it's the other thing, if it's everybody's getting worse. It's a shame that we've got to do that with our kids. And it's a shame that we've got to tell our kids about evil people out there that would harm them, etc. But you've got to have that talk to them. You've got to have that talk to them. As I say, keywords, if you're ever like collecting your kids for school, make sure that you've got a keyword that you say, so that if someone, even the next door neighbour or the auntie or the granddad or whatever is coming, they'll say the keyword, whatever keyword it is, just in case. And if somebody goes to collect your child and hasn't got that word, then you don't go with them. I don't care who it is, you don't go with them if they don't tell you that word. And then see if it was like your mum or something like that, right? And she never gave me the word. They can just phone, oh God, the word spaghetti, you know, something like that. Just you've got to try and protect them, and that's what I do with I'll never have them on my YouTube or my Facebook, because he's so precious to me. I couldn't not chance it for some weirdo. And we know I've had a weirdo that wants to kill me, so they're out there. Gigi, I think the world's getting worse as well. And I don't know what it is. Is it discipline? Is it because... No, I'm not saying it's right, because I didn't hit my kids. I think with Sophie and Amanda, if they were picking up something dangerous, I'd done that with their hands. But I never like smacked them. But back in my days, my mum and dad never missed us, I swear. See, when we get told that just you wait till your dad comes home, we would be sitting shaking, because you would get, we call it leathered. That's it, there's the Scottish word for you. We get leathered. as kids. That's what we all just get leathered. That doesn't mean we get like strapped with a belt or anything. Leather just means smacked. But they wouldn't miss you. Do you know what I mean? They would not miss you. So we were all on our best behaviour. So I don't know if it's lack of, but then again, I managed to bring my kids up to be respectful and stuff like that without hitting them. So I don't know what it is. Oh, Gigi, I know. This is what happens when you reject somebody. This is what I get. This is what I get for trying to be nice, you know. Or I get the other trolls that like to, say that I'm disgusting and fat and ugly. Look at her, fat and ugly. Look, that's all right. There's somebody out there that wants this fat ugly bitch. See, normally I can laugh that off, but see, some days when your mood's right low, and you read something like that, it can bring you right down. I swear to God, and do you know who I feel that sorry for my lovely friend Minx Laura. I love Minx Laura. She gets, I don't know why she gets these people. It's terrible. And do you know, I don't know if it's because a lot of ASMR artists, we're up close and personal with people. And I think you get these people, in fact, a guy had said that to me before, that he knew that he got blocked and he stayed blocked. I never heard from him again. And he was saying that in my videos, I can't even remember what it was, sweep, something I was doing. And he said, every time I say that word, he knows that I'm saying that for him. That's our thing. I'm like, what? Our thing? When did this happen? So this guy was convinced that when I was doing ASMR videos, they were only for him. And they're for everybody, right? They were only for him. And I was making it known this video's for you because I'm mentioning this word. Crazy shit. Like, you're like, these people shouldn't even be online. These people need medical. I'm going to therapy on Monday, but these people, I would get up my appointment. You can go before me. Yeah, I've got my therapy on Monday. A new therapist, so I'll be laying it on thick. I'll be listen, just you sit there and buckle into it. I tell you everything. Gigi, thank you. She does, Lauren. That I hate it. I hate it. And not only is she a lovely friend, that she's been my friend now for about 7 years or something. It's been that long, Laura. I can't believe it's been that long. But we're going to need to do another video, and obviously every year there's going to be a Minxie and Blueberry Halloween shop roleplay and Christmas shop roleplay. That's like a wee tradition we've got going, and that'll remain. But not only is she's lovely and kind to people that are just new, that come onto the scene and stuff like that. And see if somebody went, Laura, what's the best way to edit your videos? She'd be like, oh, well, come and I'll show you that this way and that way. So I don't understand it myself. Sometimes I think just the nicest people get it. See if you're a bad bitch on here, I think you get further. Because people will be like, that's it. I'm not talking to her because she might answer me back. Whereas, like, us soft folk, we take it to heart. Don't be calling me fat. Do you know, I should just say your mom. I should just be full on Glasgow. Somebody says that and I'll just go, no, your mom. That'll be the end of conversation. I've won. As soon as you say your mom here in Glasgow, that's it. That's right outside. And then the Glasgow women, when we're fighting, but it's on neck and we're like chickens. You talking? It's all about the attitude. So if you come to Glasgow, that you know what to do. You talk, get your neck in. I'm going to have you. Just you shut your mouth. Your maw. Do you know what they say? They say your maw's a bricklayer and your dad sells Avon. This is the latest slag. We call it a slag. That doesn't mean a loose woman. It depends what context you use that in. But when we say slag, it means rip them apart. But what would you say? Trash talk, right? Trash talk, slagging. That's basically what it is. So this day and age, a slag is your mom's a bricklayer and your dad sells Avon. Right? I just look sorry. What do you mean my dad sells Avon? Avon's bloody good, by the way. Don't knock it till you try it. See if your dad sells Avon, I'm going to tell him to jump down next week because I need some more lipstick. Do I get money after that? Your mom's a bricklayer, tell her to come and build me a wall. Oh. It's weird. Do you know, I've not had that conversation with Laura about the weird O's that she must get. I did visual sounds once, my lovely friend Jen. I did have the conversation with her about, do you get people that are like death threatening and stuff like that, want to kill you and things? And she went, no. She's got, I don't even know many, she's got her play button and all that. Anyway, Jen's very, very successful. And I was like, all right, so it's just me then. It's just me. Got it. But I do that. I track that. I can't help it. But then again, me talking. I spoke to the guy. This was it when I thought he was a normal guy. And then this is what happens. Vegan dogs. Vegan dogs, good afternoon. See, that's it. I don't know why that's a slag. Another word for slag is a loose woman, but it depends on the context. If you say, don't you slag me, it just means don't trash talk me, please. And then if you say your mom's a slag, that's your mum likes the gentleman or lady friends. See, this is it, Gigi. If someone wants to give me a wee donation or that, it's appreciated, but that's not the reason I'm on here. I'm on here because I love these and these are my friends and I like to come on and talk to these all the time. I look forward to my Saturdays very much. I look forward to my live streams. I look forward to talking to you. Remember, I was going to just do these live streams. I was only going to do them every day during COVID, and look now. Here I am still doing it. When's she going to stop the live streams? Yes, and even then, I would only want a wee donation if they could afford it. I would absolutely hate the thought of somebody being put out to give me a super chat or something like that. That's not what I'm about. Vegan dolls, I'm a bit of a loose woman now. What can I say? Well, I'm not really. I try to be a loose woman, but Lauren, I have got here, see, silver and gold members. Silver and gold members, if they want to come on here live with me, I can do my best to get it up here because that's part of their wee perk, that they can come on the Saturday live and they can hold the fort while I go and do a pee and stuff. You know, just somebody to talk to. So I have got that set up should anyone want to jump on with me for a wee face-to-face convo. Gigi, but you get some of these people, right, that do the e-begging, and I've seen a lot of channels. I've seen a lot of channels, not ASMR channels, I mean, other channels doing it. And it's absolutely blatant. I don't even know what to call it. I'd be embarrassed. Say someone came on here and it was a desperate situation, like their wee dog, right, for instance, their dog wasn't well or something like that, and they were needing vet bills or there's been a few times I've donated, and there was one time as well that a girl was, it was a domestic V situation, and she was having to get out her flat and all the rest of it. There was no questions asked. I sent a wee donation as well. They kind of things, but when people come on and they've got money and that they still dry beg and beg, and it's I don't know. Look, if they can live with themselves, I couldn't live myself. There is crazy folk out here. But some women are sort of, and it's mainly women. I hate to say that about us females, but for instance, there's a there's a would-be chef, right, on YouTube, and he treats women horribly. He calls women bitches and all sorts of terrible things, right? He's really not nice to women. And yet, he's got all these women that are throwing cash at him. I don't get it. He's not even good looking, right? See, if it was like, I don't know, a good looking guy, you'd be like, oh, he's good looking, you know what I mean, a bit of eye candy. He's not even good looking. He's just a horrible, horrible person. And yet, all these women, and I'm talking hundreds of women are just throwing cash at him. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I don't understand it. See, I would never attack my subs. I would not have a channel if it wasn't for my subscribers. I'm thankful for everyone, every single person. I'm thankful. I still can't believe I'm at 34,000. Can't believe it. I remember when I was like at 50 subscribers, I was like, oh my God, I'm famous. 50 people are actually sitting watching me. I remember that. Oh, my foot's sore, guys. I've just been doing a lot. Maybe I'll put these here. There's Jason, look. The poor man. Just want to go and talk to him. I told you, I've wrecked them. The man's been wrecked. Haven't you, Jason? You saying hello to everyone? I'm bigger than him now. Poor Jason. Right, let's get some flavouring down this throat of mine. See the back? It's quite low down. You might see my Tigger. You see my Tigger? I don't know what side Tigger's on. I've got a tat of Tigger. Is he there? And then that one. Yeah, you just don't get to see that often. Right, wait till I do a Sharon Stone, I like to call it, basic instinct on my ice. Or cider. The grandson was looking at Chris Pratt the other day because there was a stain on my ceiling because of the leak that I had. So Chris Pratt looks good up there. Chris Pratt would look good anywhere, let's face it. Him and his wife just had another wee baby, incidentally. If you didn't know, his wife is Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. I bet you that's pressuring Chris Pratt, eh? You treat my daughter right. I can't do his accent. I mean, Chris Pratt's quite a muscly guy, but you don't want to be messing about with Arnold Schwarzenegger's children, that's for sure, eh? Best behaviour. Old Army will get you. Oh, yes, a good man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, isn't it? But, do you know what? I didn't like the too muscly. See the too muscly, like veins popping out muscly. I'm not into that. That's a bit too much for me. But a bit too much muscle for my liking. But everybody's got a kind. Yes, Gigi. There's my lovely Margaret. I see. Thank you for my heart, Margaret. Margaret is a beautiful lady as well. It's terrible, Margaret, because some people out there are scammers. Wolves in sheep's clothing. You've got to watch for some people. That's what hurts the most, though. See, if you trust someone and they turn around and they're not nice to you, that really hurt. That cuts me to a bone. Do you know what? I'd prefer a slap in the face than that happening. So yeah, you just Margaret. Margaret's gorgeous. I love Margaret. Oh, Gigi, Chris Pratt. I mean, I liked him in the dinosaur movies, but the Tomorrow World War, oh my God, he's great in that. Yeah, I've been scammed a few times. A few times I have been scammed. The dressing table, remember the dressing table? I was scammed for that. I'm glad it was only £35 because I would have paid 100, 200, right, and they would have got the money because it was for a dressing table, a makeup dressing table, one that Trisha Paytas has now. Trisha Paytas has got cha-ching cash, right? This particular dressing table was like retailed for like £1,500. So it was reduced to £35 because do you know what? The warehouse was absolutely full to the brim with these dressing tables. Nobody could move a muscle in this warehouse because of all these dressing tables. And they were needing to get rid of these dressing tables quickly. £35. And I went, oh, I'm in. Dressing table, I'm still waiting on it. And that was a couple of years ago. Do you know what they done? Because they were smart. They gave me a tracking number, right? Here's your tracking number for your dressing table. And it was the Royal Mail. Our Royal Mail doesn't deliver dressing tables. Our Royal Mail delivers letters and like some small parcels and stuff like that. They got delivered to the door a leaflet for something, toys or something like that. And that was the delivery number was for that and not for a dressing table. So I tried to get my money back with PayPal. They weren't entertaining me. I said to the Royal Mail, they weren't entertaining me. So it was a £35 learning lesson that I had. There is, Margaret, and they're usually in this chat. You've got so many beautiful people in here. And a lot of us we've all got problems and stuff like that. And it's a safe place to come and you can talk about problems and we'll try and help. If trolls come in and are nasty, they just get booted out. We just put them out because we're not for that foolishness. Not today. Trolls. Remember, my dad, this is a wee sad story, right? Be prepared. And it was my dad that scammed. My dad, he stays out in Falkirk, so these guys were going about the door saying, would you like your driveway tarmacked? Right? And my dad went, oh, how much? And he said £150 or something, right? And my dad was thinking, well, do you know something? The drive does need some fresh tarmac on it. He said, aye, son. He said, aye. My dad went in and gave the guy the money, right? So the guys start emptying things out the van and stuff. And my dad says, would you like a roll in bacon? And he said, aye, okay. So my dad goes in and makes them bacon and he comes out and he says, do you want tomato sauce or brown sauce? And aye, we'll have tomato sauce. So my dad goes back in, puts tomato sauce on the rolls and bacon, comes out and they had disappeared, gone. With the money, no driveway tarmac. Pensioners. Karma. I'd be frightened. Margaret, I know. See, this is it. What you need to do now is just put all that behind you, and don't let it ruin the happy you. Don't let it ruin the nice things that's happening in the world. Things outside. You like to go on a walk, don't you? Your nice walk about the place and stuff like that. Don't let them ruin it. And that terrible on my poor dad. Lizzie, my gorgeous Lizzie, good afternoon. My dad was making them rolls and bacon with tomato sauce on it. Gone with my dad's money. And my mum was going, I told them not to give the money up front. But my dad, see, this is it. See, and it's horrible to say, but when they're getting older, they're more forgetful and stuff like that. And they're more trusting the people and they shouldn't be. And it's horrible to even have to say to my mum and dad, you can't trust them. They see people on, oh, aye, there's this great scheme going about. If you put this money in, you'll get your money tripled in a month. Dad, please don't give people your bank account. You know, it's all this that I've got to go through, and it's horrible. Sky, Sky, wait till you tell you what I've been up to. Sky. Yes, Margaret, your mukbangs. I love watching your wee channel. And even like your wee food hogs and stuff like that. Listen, Sky, I'll tell you what the title is about. Today I went to the dermatology clinic. I went to the clinic today. There you go, guys. I was at the clinic today. Dermatology. So anyway, I goes in and it's this doctor, and he's an older doctor, right? No wedding ring, I may add. So see, I noticed stuff like that at my age. I noticed stuff like that. So I gets in and he says, "How's your scalp?" And I said, "Terrible." I says, "My scalp's terrible." I says, "It's worse." I says, "It's no better, if not worse." I says, "And I think it's spreading out in my face because I'm breaking out in dry patches and spots and stuff like that. And I've got a bit behind my leg as well." And he went, "Oh, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that." He says, "Can I take a look at your scalp?" I said, "Ah." So I took my hair down. So he was looking, he says, "Do you mind if I just get my hands in there?" He says, "Sometimes it's better to feel." I said, "Aye, on you go." So he stands behind me, Sky, and he's got his hands in my scalp, rubbing like this. And I was thinking, "Oh God, that's actually quite good, that." "Oh, aye. Oh, aye." He's going, "Yes, you've got some here, haven't you?" I was going, Aye, doctor, I've got some there as well. I've got some. And over here, I was going, "Aye, there's a bit there too, isn't there?" Right. So all the massaging was happening to me first, right? So I was like, oh, I was perked up a bit. So he says to me, right, he says, "There's this new foam that you put on your hair." He says, "And it's brilliant." He says, "It's the best foam stuff. It helps people's scalps and stuff like that." He says, "And if that doesn't work," he says, "we'll just need to decapitate you," right? And I went, and he says, "Oh, I'm just been a silly old fart," he said to me. And I went, "Oh, doctor," I says, "you're not an old fart." I says, "I'm 50, I'm an old lady." And he went, "And you're looking good for it." Yes, I swear. And I went, "Thanks very much, doctor, thank you." And I was thinking, I haven't even had a drink. It's Saturday, right enough. I think it's some kind of Saturday vibe I give out, Sky. Some kind of sexy Saturdayness about me. No alcohol needed. I just need to go down to the rich person's place on a Saturday morning and just hang about. Michaela, good afternoon or good morning to you. He's an older gentleman, but I was thinking to myself, you know what I mean? I'm no racist, I'm no transphobic, I'm no nothing like that. I like people for who they're, and even older people. And I was like, "Oh, aye, well, we could travel the world together, me and you, pal. We could travel the world together." So what else does he say to me? There was a couple of things, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." He said to me as well, we were talking about my prescription, right? I've got this prescription to get and stuff. And I said, "Oh," I says, "my chemist is terrible." I says, "They give me wee tubes, stuff for my hair, you know." He says, "If you want," he says, "we can leave this here and you can come back up and we can go to the pharmacy here in the hospital and get your medication." And I went, "No, it's all right, I'll just get it for you, Asda." But I think he was wanting me to jump up there the night or something. "I'll meet you here the night then, yeah, 7 o'clock. Michaela, I'm doing great. Look, I'm absolutely shattered though. I've had a busy week, but I'm happy about it. Lizzie, you should. I can see that in your future. Lizzie, you are going to be the fine young medical person. There you are. But it was an older gentleman, but I wasn't caring about that. I was like, "Oh, here we go. It was all happening." Celia, thank you so much, my beautiful Celia. Thank you so much. Celia, it's been kicking off. It's been kicking off today with the dermatologist guy. That's what I was saying to everybody. I think he likes the flakier people, the people that are a bit more flaky. I think he likes it. I think maybe my hair flake. Oh, he said as well, the stuff that's on my face isn't the same as the stuff on my head. So wait here, I showed everybody I've got antibiotics for 60 days. I've never had to have antibiotics for 60 days. Never. So see when I'm getting my 60-day antibiotics, I'll be getting some Canistan cream because usually the thrush happens. See when you start messing about with antibiotics, I end up with thrush. So, I mean, it's never a good thing. So I'm just going to be prepared. Just give me some Canistan while I'm here. Eh? Give me two tubes because it's going to be 60 days worth. Oh, Lizzie, you would be the most amazing ambulance driver. You're so kind and your voice is so lovely. And do you know what? See, as a person that's had to ride in ambulances a few times, see if you have someone that's really nice, it calms you down. And there's a few times I've had asthma attacks, and see just someone that's got a nice demeanour, calms you down. Gigi, I'm going to show you the name of them because I've got it here. If you can read this, wait till I hide all important details. Right, that's the foam for 60 days, and then that's it there. $60 days. So I'll just be taking it. Yes, cranberry juice. we don't want any infections at all. So that's it. So if anybody's got any other things about that, and I've heard the amoxicillin. I've heard of that, but I've never heard of that one. For Art, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I'll be drinking a cranberry. Oh, Lizzie, that'd be wonderful. Do you know something, Lizzie? That would just make me so happy. Because if you didn't know, Lizzie's been my wee pal for years and years and years as well. And I've watched her grow up, basically, Lizzie, from a wee girl into a beautiful young lady. Aura, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming into the chat. That's made my day having you in the chat. Thank you so much. Anytime you're welcome in the chat. Everybody's welcome, unless they're trolls. And then see if they're trolls, we just kick them out. Just go, because we don't entertain foolishness like that. Listen, I don't mind people's opinions on things. Don't think that anybody that disagrees with my political belief or sexuality belief or anything isn't allowed in the chat. I'm talking about people that attack other people or say racist slurs or things like that. They get booted because we don't have that. Margaret, there's been times, and see if you take an asthma attack, you panic, and it's just think about it. See people that haven't got asthma, just think about it. Can you imagine like holding your nose and not being able to breathe? You start panicking when you don't get enough oxygen into your lungs. It is scary, scary. And see when you start panicking, your breathing gets worse and worse. I was grey at one point with my asthma. I remember I nearly died. I was grey. Couldn't get any oxygen out of my lungs. And it just takes someone like that, and a nice ambulance driver, to calm you down. And Lizzie, see with you doing ASMR, just ASMR with them. Do it with me. Shh. 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 Just doing that to them. Just doing that to them. Oh, help them bring their breathing down, bring their breathing down, bring their breathing down. Just things like that. And a lot of doctors don't have any good bedside manners. Not like the doctor of the day. He had an excellent bedside manner. Oh, Lizzie, I will love that. Yes, I'm your internet mother. I'm so proud of you, Lizzie. I really am very, very proud. Very proud of the stuff that you've went through and came out like this. I'm telling you, I've got the best friends in the world. I've got the best friends. Yous are all my friends. I'm going to take you to a gay bar. Gay bar. Let's do it. I want to take you to a gay bar. Gay bar. Gay bar. Let's start a war. Let's not. Lizzie, see if it doesn't, I'd recommend just opening another YouTube channel, because maybe it's just your channel's going to be flagged for other. If you don't know, Lizzie's, every time Lizzie uploads a video, a lovely ASMR video, nothing sexual in it whatsoever, it gets flagged and took down for being inappropriate or so. I don't know what they're saying, Lizzie, but I think maybe it's just maybe the channel name. So see if this one gets taken down. Lizzie, have you tried to reach out to them on Twitter? Because see other platforms and stuff, they'll really not answer you. But see if you want to really get to YouTube, go to Twitter and tweet them, because I've done it a few times with them and they've got back to me on Twitter. So see, what you don't want is banned completely, because if you're banned completely, you're not even allowed to make a new channel. If you make a new channel, they'll take it down. I know that for a fact, because there was a guy that was on that was a predator, and he got took down, and they kept trying to make channels, and he'd be up for half an hour and then it would be taken down. He'd be up for half an hour and get taken down as well. He wasn't allowed monetized, all the rest of it. So. Oh, Lizzie, I would love that. I would really love to watch you compete and stuff. That would be that. I would really love that. Margaret, sometimes that's all you need is someone, and Lizzie's got this calm to calm you down, and just do what I'm doing. Do what I'm doing. Just hold their hand and just shh, shh, like that. Do that with them. Just like that, calm, bring them down, because to me there's nothing worse than not being able to breathe. See, when it's terrifying when you're trying to get air into your lungs. It's as if you've been suffocated. So no, Sky, because Lizzie started doing her ASMR when she was quite young. So well, that's my bedroom window slamming shut. There was a lot of seedy men going on it and stuff like that, and saying inappropriate stuff to Lizzie. See that, Lizzie, I get inappropriate shit happening to me all the time. I get these weirdos as well, and I'm 50. But I don't know if it's your channel name or what. Because see, your last video, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Lizzie done a beautiful video, and there was a lot of work involved in the video, I can tell. She done like a child that was getting looked after and stuff like that, and it was like daytime, and then she was like, right, I'll see you in the morning, honey. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. And then she changed herself, got herself all different, and then came in and went, good morning. How are you this morning? She was reading books and stuff like that. There was nothing inappropriate about it whatsoever, and it got flagged. And yet, there's some people on YouTube that do horrendous stuff, and they're still on YouTube. I don't get it. Bullying and harassment and doxing people and talking about their people's children and stuff like that. There's my N Jackson. Good afternoon, N Jackson. How's your fur babies? How's the doggies enjoying the sand pit? That's what else. Just N Jackson. You just sparked another memory for today. The doctor that was looking at my face and my skin and stuff like that, he went, what's that? And he went, oh, it's a tattoo. He says, I thought maybe that was a breakout, but it's just a tattoo you've got. In Jackson, I was getting chatted up with a medical guy today. He was an older gentleman, but still he was into some of the blueberry, I think. He was into me. I was like, oh, here we go. He was rubbing my scalp seductively. No, he wasn't. He was just rubbing my scalp and stuff. But he did say that I look good for being 50. It was up and down. Like what you see here, doctor, do you like it? Just lock the door here. Tell everybody the clinic's off. The flaky people, away you go. He obviously likes the flaky people. I'm a bit flaky myself. And Jackson, it was hilarious because I've always thought these things happen to me when I've had a bit of flavouring. But that's stone cold sober twice now. First with Tahoe up the petrol station, stone cold sober, and now at the hospital with this guy. I'm like, well, I'm giving out some kind of vibe. I'm going to need to go down where the millionaires live and just float about on a Saturday morning, you know, just to, oh, hello. Yes, as I said to everybody earlier, the posh people would phone the police on me, but that would be a win-win situation because then I'd, oh, are you taking me to the cell then, officer? A bit innuendos the whole time. Like, oh, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? For our, well, see, my video, the length of time it takes now for my videos to go up is hours. Because they do all these checks now to make sure that it's appropriate and there's no copyright, no this, no that, no this, no that. But see, the thing is, people that live stream is the live streaming because they can say what they like, right? And then see after they can take their video down. But I know YouTube can still see it. But still, there's a lot of channels that I've thought to myself, I shouldn't be allowed. That should not be allowed. And then you've got Lizzie's channel that's is meant to relax people. And they would have to have a seedy mind, as far as I'm concerned, to look at Lizzie's videos and think there was something inappropriate about it. See, if it was me doing exactly what Lizzie done, nobody would have come in and mentioned, well, that's a bit inappropriate there, Blueberry. Reading a book. Right, but because of Lizzie's age, they're like, oh, no, that's inappropriate. And Jackson, I've got my handcuffs right next to my bed. It's wishful thinking. It's in case an emergency hookup ever does happen. You know what I mean? We've got. I know where we're going. See, Lizzie, my handcuffs are not fluffy. My handcuffs are like metal. I'm like, give me some of the metal. I look a bit of pain. Well, pull my hair. Call me a bitch. my daughter's watching Billy. I said, turn them off. Because I says to her the day, I says, I'll be going live and I'm home. She says, I'll join. She says, I'll come in and talk to you. She says, but if it gets too, what was it the word she used? I can't mind if it gets too bad or something. She says, I'll just be leaving the chat. And I says, well, I says, I've got a feeling that it might be bad today, hen. So maybe not come in. For God's sake, don't show my grandson me on a Saturday. That would ruin my life. Don't show my grandson what I got up to on a Saturday. He never needs to know what Granny gets up to. Granny's a good granny. It's a good granny. Well, Granny would never do that, son. Manda wished. Don't be telling him. Isn't it weird that first of all, I was frightened of my mum and dad, right? And then I was frightened of my own kids not like me. And now it's went another circle and I'm like, oh my God, see the grandkid finds out. What going to do? So it's came to that. Never mind the kids, what's the grandkid going to think? I can't even think his granny's a badge. He's going to think his granny's a... People are going to be saying, your granny this and that. They can't even having this. That's fine. Don't be talking about the granny. Oh, Carolyn, that's always like that in here. Oh, well, especially on a Saturday. But look, I always thought it was the alcohol, but hey, yeah, this morning, stone cold sober. I was getting a head massage and a doctor tell me that I looked good for being 50. Oh, and I had been talking about like the breast cancer and stuff, and he went, I must say, you've done amazing. You've done a great job from coming for the breast cancer to now. I said, thanks very much, doctor. And Jason, God knows what here, I was laughing my head off. See, this is I can't switch myself off. We were in Asda and there was baby crows and they had the Lion King people on it. So they had like Simba on it and they had like Pumbaa and they had like the other one, the meerkat one, they had that one, right? So I said to Amanda, I said, oh, look at that. I says, why don't we get that? I says, Sophie can be this one, the wee meerkat. Amanda, you can be that one, the lioness. And there's Granny, big fat Pumbaa lying on his back with his legs in the air. And look, there's Granny, big fat Granny lying with her legs in the air. Maybe not. See, this is it. I can't help it. I'm never disgusting, but I've always got innuendos. I've always got naughtiness in my mind. Carolyn, some of the best times I've had have been like with groups of girls. When we all get together, it's hilarious. Like, for instance, if you don't know, I'll tell you this story. This was bad though, right? So please don't judge me. It's just the way it is in Scotland back in the day. I was only 16. Right, I was only 16. And I was working in a sewing factory and we made like bras and knickers and stuff like that. So we had a day out to Edinburgh. So it was my sewing factory and my sister-in-law, she worked in another sewing factory and her sewing factory were going there as well. So we already had the talk, who's jumping in to get the alcohol? And I looked older than what I was because I looked like Madonna, I had my hair bleached and all that. And I'm like I'm pure Madonna. I'll go in for this. I need bother. I'll jump in. So that's what we done. We went to Edinburgh and we jumped in. I jumped in and I got everybody vodka and I got myself martini because I was going to be the classy one with the martini sitting there. And we went and we sat underneath Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle's on the hill, and then there's this lovely kind of gardens underneath it with park benches. That we were absolutely smashed. We were sitting in the park benches. We had the bottles of vodkas in brown paper bags, like that. We were absolutely, and we were like, God, we've got to go back to the bus, and our bosses are going to be there, and we're going to have to try and act sober, everybody. And there was other girls that were with us, and they were like the quiet ones in the group. They were out, and we were going, they'll be in a library or something like that. They'll be enjoying Edinburgh's culture. We're just sitting there getting hammered on the bench, right? See, we got back to the bus. They were up. The lassies that I'm talking about, they were worse than us. In fact, one of them said that she was running away with a sailor that she met at one of the train stations. But you're running away with. Yeah, we were thinking we were bad. Look at them, absolutely hammered. But then, see, when we went on the bus, the teachers were hammered and all. So it was just, it was one of the days. That's what I see. I'm a naughty person, but I've got a thing that I'm telling you: don't do as I do. Learn by my mistakes. But that was a. Do you know something? It's a day that's never going to leave me because we had such a laugh. All day we just laughed and laughed and laughed. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Because back in the days as well, like 16, you could smoke cigarettes. So we're all sitting and smoke. In fact, I think I made an illegal cigarette that day as well, which is still illegal. But I think I did make in a shop door I may add with a police officer coming down the hill on a horse. You never see me because I'd like, would you stand in front of me? But I'd like 5 of the girls stand in front of me for God's sake. I was like, listen. Yes, it works. Oh, Carolyn, it was so funny. Oh, Farah, please never feel isolated. Please never feel isolated. You can get me anytime. I never want anybody to feel like that. And I know the feeling. I know the feeling as if you think you're alone, and it's not a nice feeling. And I really don't want any of you to ever think that. I'm always here. I'm going to go and shut my window in the room because it's slamming. Look at the fans I've got. It's too hot. See, in Scotland we complain. Wait to close this window. We complain it's too hot, and then we complain it's too cold. Oh, let's see at my back garden, guys. Look, my grass has been cut. Look at the size of my bamboo. It's huge. See, I've got all my wee birdie boxes and everything. I'm never really out. I prefer sitting out the side, so I do. That's my wee sun trap. Oh, right. Get another flavouring. Oh, better show you what golfer girl got the wee fella. I had it on in my video that I done this morning. Look. Look, it's a wee projector. It's so cool. She got that for the wee fella, and she got him a wee spaceman bank that he can save. Where am I going with these? That he can save his pennies in. There's his bottle prep machine. See, when I'm in here, I like to run the water through it because when he's not here, I don't want the water going stagnant, and we want to keep the filter. So I'll be prepping this. It's not even a bottle, it's just some water. Here. Just to keep it all working. Because we wouldn't want his bobos not to be nice. I'm obsessed with this child. Yeah, it's a great thing, isn't it? See, back in my day though, you could make like 7 or 8 bottles at once, and you'd put them in the fridge. And when you needed a bottle, you would heat it up in the microwave, or you would put it in a boiling pot of water and just keep checking the temperature of it. But nowadays you've got to make up the bottle as they're having them, so that's a great wee machine. And you know, the grandson is flat. He knows the noise of that machine. That's his favourite noise, is that beeping. He knows it means there's milkies. Isn't it a wee shame for them though? Isn't it a wee shame for them? Green Rose! Oh, there's my gorgeous Green Rose. Green Rose. There you go, you're getting kisses today. In fact, all of these. This is it, Lizzie. See, I've never done hard drugs. You know what I mean? Not that I'm down in anybody that has, because nobody wakes up one morning and thinks, do you know what, it's going to be a great idea today. See, if I get addicted to some kind of narcotics, it's going to be smashing. Nobody ever thinks that, so I don't. But it's just, I maybe would have, but my imagination is wild anyway, right? So I can imagine me taking shrooms or something like that and totally freaking out, you know, and, you know, I'd be the one going, "Look, my bird, look, I can fly." I'd be that person. And see, because I'm thinking that, I'd be like, "Oh my God, you're going to freak out, you're going to freak out, you're going to freak out." That'd be me. So I saved myself all of that. I've never done it. Lizzie. I know, Lizzie. Oh, I'm so in love with this boy. Just everything about him is so beautiful. I can't get over how cute he is. He keeps his granny going, that's for sure. Yes, medical. And I've had morphine quite a lot. And when I'm saying quite a lot, I'm talking about like when I had my operations and stuff. So probably the heavy duty stuff that's in the clicker, that's in the intravenous clicker, I've had that 4 times. I've had that. And then other times I've had like the morphine injection or orally. I've had that. But I've never had it longer than 3 days because I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but after 3 days in Scotland, it doesn't matter if you're in shitload of pain, you don't get it because you can become addicted if you have it more than 3 days or something. Yeah, see, Lizzie, if it's not fun, this is it. If it's not fun, no. Oh, well, you too for art. I hope you've got a wonderful weekend. And you'll be back and say, listen, for art, please, if you ever need me, don't hesitate and talk to me on Messenger or something like that. I'm here, and look, this is a two-way thing. You are here for me, and I'm here for you. I don't just come on here and think I'm giving. I'm taking off yous as well. Yous have helped me get through some really dark times in my past. Last year, as I say, last year was one of the worst years in my life. Lizzie, see the heavy duty stuff, the intravenous clicker, it makes you want, well, personally, it makes you want to claw your skin off. I remember saying to my kids, do you know what? I always remember Pink's song that's saying, the morphine's making me itch. Oh my God, my whole body would itch with the morphine, absolutely itch. But you know what it done? Took the pain away. And by God, every time I've had that, I've needed it. Most recent was the metal rod up the leg. And as you can imagine, that metal rod got put into my leg through my say you've got your foot like this flat, right? It goes up the heel like that. They don't slice your leg like that. They go up through your heel to put the metal rod up there, and then the whole side was cut, and then they put a pin down the foot. It was the only way I can describe it. It was burning, absolutely burning hot, like on fire, like you're going to die. It's terrible, and the morphine helped the pain. And I'd be clicking the thing, waiting for the green light, because when it was red light, it wasn't time. I'd be like that, clicking, off, and then I'd be like falling asleep. Yes, see, that's it. But see if you need it, it's there. It's never nice, but it works. Is the thing, it works, because I can assure you, I felt as if I was dying with the pain. I couldn't, and I remember thinking, why am I still conscious? Why am I still conscious? It was so painful for a long time. I mean, I wasn't allowed to put this leg down for something like 6 months after this operation before I was allowed to put weight on it. And they wouldn't give me crutches. I had to sit in a wheelchair because I've got scoliosis, and they said that the crutches and stuff like that would maybe damage the spine. So I went through. I've been through a lot. That's why my therapist is going to be great, because I've still got ongoing issues with all the stuff that I've been through. It's still always there. Oh, horrible, Lizzie, I know. And you've got a catheter in, because when you are on the morphine clicker, you're not allowed to get up. You're not allowed to get up. See, I'm the same, NJAX, and I take paracetamol now. That's what I take, even though the paracetamol takes the edge off my pain. But I like my wits about me. I like to be able to drive my car, go to the shops, things like that. And when you're spaced out, listen, I'm not knocking anyone if you've got to be on pain relief, you've got to be on pain relief. That's just, I've got to be on tamoxifen, that's a cancer drug. I've got to be on that. I've got to be on blood pressure tablets. I've got to be on them as well. So if you've got to be on them, you've got to be on them. So I'm never knocking MD for that. But I just personally, I live day to day on paracetamol. Yeah, it does. See, it's the itchiness. Oh God, the itch. I was like that. I was like scratching the whole time when I was on the morphine. And I remember that's what Pink was talking about, everyone in the ward. Pink's obviously been into the clicker. Pink's had the clicker at some point. Victoria, good afternoon. This is it, Carolyn. If you've got to take it, you've got to take it. Honestly. And don't let MD pill shame you. Let me just put that out there. See if there's any pill shamers who'll get put out. See, people have got to be on medication. They've got to be on medication. I can't go to the doctor and go, do you know what, doctor, what I've always wanted to try? Give me some of that oral morph. I think I'll try that right now. You know, doctors are going to be like, no, you're not getting that unless you need it. Margaret, I know, and see, the sooner that they introduce here medical marijuana, the better. Because a lot of people would benefit, I think, and it would get a lot of people off opioids as well, I think. And listen, the government would be rolling in it with the tax, they'd be able to put a slap on that. But that is a herbal medication. I've never understood why that should be illegal. And yet alcohol isn't. I don't get it. You don't hear of mass murders and all that. Oh, he was smoking some of that weed last night. Alcohol, oh, you hear people with alcohol, you know, that have had a right barney with folk. You know, he was murdering folk, he was wasted on alcohol. You don't hear, oh, he's absolutely. Because see, if you have too much, you're just going to be sitting like that. Oh man, I'm stoned. Right. So I don't understand the logic in it. Lizzie, therapy is the best thing for me personally, and for my daughter Sophie, who last year almost died with anorexia. Yes, things like that. Different kinds of. Instead of shoving everybody, giving everybody the opioids, why not try something different like that? Why not do that? Maybe if Scotland becomes an independent country, we Nicola could bring that in for us. Nicola. Yes. Yeah, they need to branch out. But you know what? They're all getting. It's all about money, guys. It's all. Everything is about money. This is why I hate money. I need it to live, to pay my gas and electricity, etc. But I hate it. I've never been one for like, oh, I need money, I need money. My whole married life, I was the same. I was never one for money. It's the devil in me. It makes people do stupid things, and it makes good people selfish at times. And the government, that's what it's all about. It's all about lining their own pockets. Example, Boris Johnson now, and please forgive me, anybody that loves Boris Johnson, right? But Boris Johnson, he's got this party that he's going to have for him and his wife. He's already married, but he's going to need to have this big party for the wedding. And it's going to cost the taxpayer all this money, this big wedding. Right? Never mind schools, hospitals, care homes, things like that, shelters, all this kind of thing. If that, we need the money for this big extravagant party, because we all know Boris is a bit of a party animal, isn't he? Keely, your video is on Wednesday. Keely, I was falling asleep editing your video. Let me just say that. That doesn't happen often. But with my look, I busted out the voice recorder, Keely. So I'm telling you your story ear to ear, as well as touching your face. So I hope you like it. And thank you, Keely. And Jackson, I am blessed that I got the cancer treatment that I did. See, we were on the USA. How much would it cost me, right? Now, that was a full year's worth of treatment I got. And it was scans, it was blood tests, it was oncology, it was radiotherapy, it was chemotherapy, it was a double mastectomy, as well as all the aftercare and all the rest of it. And when I say aftercare, it was just like looking at take my stitches out and stuff like that. So I really don't know how much it would cost, but a fortune. It was the Beatson I was in, Carolyn. It was the Beatson I was in Glasgow, the Beatson in Glasgow. I done my chemotherapy was first. The chemotherapy um, stopped the growth or something like that, right? And then I get radiotherapy. No, I get the boobs. Did I get the boobs off and then radiotherapy? God, I can't even remember. No, I get radiotherapy and then I get the boobs off. So that was the order of mine. But they said that sometimes they can switch the order about and that for different people. But it was the Beatson in Glasgow I went to, and you had to go every single day for 3 weeks. See the chemotherapy, you get your chemotherapy once every 3 weeks. You get your chemo, but radiotherapy you've got to go every single day for 3 weeks at the same time and get your radiotherapy. So, Carolyn, I give them. I'm not one to. I do. I give to the Beatson. The Beatson was dear to my heart, and I'll tell you. I've told you the story before. Not that I'm dissing or don't want to help the chemotherapy and that hospital, but the Beatson Hospital was a hospital that I felt that size because I was feeling sorry for myself one time when I was getting my radiotherapy, and that was when that wee girl, she was only about like between the ages of 9 and 12 or something. She was only a wee girl, and she came down to get her radiotherapy. No hair like myself, I had no hair, and she was all smiles, and she said it's my birthday today, and do you know I felt like absolute shit because there I was thinking how horrible a time I was having. And I was thinking, and I've lived a life, I've had kids and everything like that. And this wee girl's down, it's her birthday day, and she's sitting there smiling. So, that reason, and that they were really good and they were wonderful at their treatment. I like to, if I've got the money, I like to give them a wee bit. See, if everybody done that, just whenever you've got the money, give it to a charity rather than, especially some people in YouTube, don't go through a YouTube channel to give to charity. Go to the charity itself, because I've seen some scams on here, like for cancer-ridden children, I may add, I've seen a scam. And I'm not even going to mention the person's name, but karma again. I'm a big believer in karma, and you give out what you get what you give out, and that's I wouldn't even be dicing with that kind of karma. Do you know? I don't know anybody out there that's family hasn't been affected by cancer, either cancer or heart attacks. Everybody in my family and my husband's family has either been cancer or like heart problems. So. This is it, Carl. This is see. I felt like throwing the towel in. I did because I was too sick. I was absolutely ill. I mean, I wasn't even. Look, if anybody's doing it, it's the fight of your life. It really is the fight of your life. And there was a few times I was like, I'm not even going. But I've had enough. Just leave me. I just wanted everybody to leave me alone because I'd been prodded and poked and stabbed with the needles and poison put in my body, and I just wanted to be left alone, but I couldn't do it because my kids were there and their wee faces are in my brain. And I'm thinking to myself, how can I just die and leave watch mummy die? Mummy's dying now. I can't do that. I can't watch Bambi with my kids, never mind me doing it in front of them. So I had to do it, and I done it for them. So I'm not a brave person, not in the slightest. That I done it for them. I didn't do it for myself. Here, have you seen my wee picture? I've got the wee picture here. I'm not embarrassed to show you it. I'm not embarrassed to show you it. Where's my wee picture? I think I showed Margaret it. I did. This was my hair just growing in, and I was so happy when my hair was growing in. You see this wee picture of me. I think I still had the boob. I did have the boobies. I still had the boobies at this point. But you see me. It's a wee shame. And look how happy I am because my hair's grown in, and eventually I'd finished my chemo. You see me. Do you know who I thought about? You'll never will, unless you have heard me talk about it before. Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue was someone I looked up to when I was going through it, because Kylie Minogue had went through it, and she came out beautiful and pretty and strong, and I thought to myself, Kylie Minogue done it, I'm going to have to do it as well. Lizzie, you have a wonderful, wonderful day, my sweet Lizzie, and I'm always here for you. You know that, and I love you very much. Lauren, I was dead happy in that photo because I've got that much hair. My hair was growing in because I don't know if other people are like this. Probably are. See, when you've lost all your hair, you start to think yourself, my hair's never going to grow back. Even when I finish chemotherapy, the hair's not going to come back. I'm just going to be bald forever, right? But you've got bigger things on your mind than losing your hair. So I thought my hair wasn't going to come back in, and by God, it came back in as curly as anything. Curly, curly, curly. And my eyebrows, I didn't lose all my eyebrows, but they were quite thin, and the hairs were coming in tight curls like that as well. I don't know why the chemo does that. Tight curls like that. The craziest thing. I remember, wait, I tell you an oh my God moment. And it was, my hair fell out a week after getting my first dose of chemo. My hair all started to come out a week after it. So the hair was out, and clumpsy the hair was coming out, and I just took the rest of it off. I thought, I'm not even going to, I took it all off like that. So here, about a week later, I was in the shower, and I was washing myself, and the next thing, I found loads of hair that had fell off my private area that no one tells you about. I thought, oh my God. So it's just everywhere. It all falls out. It falls out everywhere. Chemo kills all your hair, right? So I was like, oh my God. It's all fell out. Do you know, Lauren, I never been to one of the Macmillan nurses. That's how much I just wanted to be left alone. I could have had follow-ups and stuff like that with the Macmillan nurses, but I just wanted to stay in my house. So I done it myself. I just done it myself. But now I'm in therapy, so I'm talking about it all to my therapist now. Oh, Carolyn, see, my mother-in-law, or ex-mother, I'm going to still call her my mother-in-law. She was my mother-in-law, and I loved her very, very much. And she died with cancer, but she got diagnosed with cancer, and by that time it had already went into her brain and stuff. And we'd put her in a hospice and things like that at the end. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And palliative care she got, but it was really horrible. And she did tubing on it. Just everything about it was terrible. And it wasn't a nice death. It wasn't like a died in her sleep kind of death. And see, when you're writing the thing saying so and so died peacefully in their sleep, you can't write so and so died horrendously after a battle with cancer. You know, you can't. There was no words for it. And I just see. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that I came out the other side. I really am. But as I say, mine's already. I showed everybody my armpits earlier on. Mine's had already spread. They said that was a bad thing, that my breast cancer had already spread to my lymph nodes. So I've always got it in the back of my mind that it's back. And see, even if it is back, I've been living in borrowed time since 2014. So I'm all right. I'm not all right. I need to see the grandson graduate school. I can't die now. Lauren, thank you so much, Lauren, for coming in. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the lovely weather that we've got. Kylie Minogue. Just watching her, do you know, she gave me strength. And the most other person that gave me strength was David Emmanuel. Right? So like, who's David Emmanuel? David Emmanuel was the man that designed Princess Diana's wedding dress. Me and him had numerous conversations. I swear on my kids' lives. Me and David had numerous. He was in Big Brother. No, it wasn't Big Brother. It was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. He was in, right? And I thought, I'm going to hate this guy because he's very posh man, right? And I was like, I'm not going to like this guy. He was the most beautiful, kind gentleman ever that got in and grafted and done his bit for the company. He was just a really nice guy. And he had prostate cancer and he came through the other side. So while that was on, I was in the midst of my battle, and I'd found him on Facebook, and I just sent him a message, and I thought, he's never going to answer me. And I wrote my thing about, you know, I'm going through breast cancer, and I watch you on I'm a Celebrity and everything like that. I thought you were a lovely man, right? So once he'd come out of the jungle and all that, it must have been about a week later, in my inbox, he messaged me back a huge big letter like that. A beautiful letter. I read it out to my mum and dad, my kids. He was so wonderful, mate, and told me that it was a scary time and I would be having these feelings and how he felt, and just a beautiful letter. And I thought, oh, and do you know, it lifted, one of the days I felt terrible and I got that letter and it lifted me right up. And I think it was like three messages he sent me, and they were like gold to me, the messages, and they helped me. Someone that I would never probably mingle with in real life, you know, because he's a rich fella, but I wasn't after the man's money, or he's a fashion designer, or his clothes. I was just after a conversation with the man, and that's what he gave me, and it was wonderful. Oh, I love Newton-John as well. This is it. I mean, it can happen to anyone. So cancer research and stuff like that is very close to my heart, as you can probably tell. I do believe in all of that, but don't ever go through another YouTuber like, oh, I'm going to be giving all this money to charity. Don't. Do you know what? See, if you want to go to the charity directly, don't go through a third party, please. Please, I've seen people scammed with it. Please don't. Even if you think I'd trust them with my life, just don't. God, look at the time. I can't believe it's that time already. I'll stay on a wee bit longer, right? Because I've not seen these. I never seen these all week, so there was a few days I didn't see these. Oh, there's a Kate Bush. Shall we listen to Kate Bush since she's in the... Let's listen. Alexa, play Kate Bush. Let's listen to some Kate Bush. Alexa, increase volume to 5. Alexa, play Kate Bush. Stranger Things was excellent. Tomorrow I've got The Boys to watch. I think that's the last episode of The Boys for this series. It's been great. See if he's like superhero, but dark superhero, but you can stomach there's a lot of blood and gore and stuff like that, but I can tell it's fake. The Boys is wonderful to watch. Oh, Kate Bush is awesome. What a voice the woman's got. I hope she's getting a lot of money with the Stranger Things, with the running up that hill, and I went to number 1 again. So that's amazing. I know, and Jackson, don't you think that even to this day, it seems fresh? Her music seems running up that hill, just seems like a fresh new song. It doesn't seem like oh, that's an oldie. It doesn't seem like it seems like a fresh new song. So it's amazing. It just shows she's got an amazing voice. Do you know what I'm always saying to my kids? Oh, they don't make pop stars the way they used to. In my day, people in a band used to play instruments. I'm turning into an old fart, like the doctor said today. I'm going to look up these antibiotics because I'm a bit worried about having to take antibiotics for 60 days. What the hell? Do you know that'll take me up to our next appointment then? Oh, she was beautiful as well. She still is probably. I've not seen Kate Bush in years, but beautiful. I think she was like 17 when she done Wuthering Heights. One of my favourite movies, by the way, old movies, is Wuthering Heights. It's a very sad. It's sad, but it's good. But it is a sad movie. It is Wuthering Heights. I don't think anybody else has done a song about a book, have they? Emily Bronte wrote Wuthering Heights. I done a project on it in school and had me read a page yet. See, this is that. I wasn't a school person. Is it? See, that's what it is. It's like, it's more like blisters that had been appearing on my face. Sore blisters, Carolyn. So he said this, because I thought it was the same condition as what's on the scalp, but he said the two of them are different. He said this was some like Rosetta or something. I don't know what the hell, something like that. There was rose in it anyway, Rosetta or something. He said this was, but this is oh God, psoriasis. Is it psoriasis? It sounds like psoriasis. Hold on, I've not even got you juiced up. You're sitting here unjuiced. Oh, Carolyn, I've been kissing hell out of him. I've been kissing hell out of him. I've had this for a while. It's only in certain areas though, and it's only like here and here, and then I've got some here as well. I've been kissing him since he's been born. But he says it's definitely not the same thing, so I'll be getting into the antibiotics and stuff like that when I can hand that in. I went down today, but it was shut. The doctors were shut. So it'll maybe Monday, but our chemist, it'll be about Thursday or Friday before I get my prescription. But at least I'll have it. We'll get right into this foam. So you have more shampoo than the chemist up there. I've got shampoo coming out my ears, literally. Loads of. So I see some of the shampoo. Wait, I should see it. I'm not cutting all of it. Wait, I should just some. There's about another, God, 10. This is just some of it. This is just some of the shampoo. I've got that shampoo. And then I've got this, I think this one's got a steroid in it. I've got that shampoo. Boxes and boxes and boxes of shampoo. It's the only shampoo I use now is this stuff. See, I don't know what that means. External use only. I don't know if he wants to drink it. So I could open a bloody shop with the amount of shampoo I've got. Look at this guy again. See, these are just in. Look at this guy. I know it's Christmas in July though. I'm doing my fireplace different this Christmas. And this Christmas it's going to be a Grinch themed fireplace. So he's going in the middle of the fireplace, and I've got lime green ribbon, and I've also got red and white like rope, and I am going to sew on some red baubles on it and put lights. So it's going to be a Grinch themed Christmas, isn't he so cute? See, he actually is meant to attach to a Christmas tree, but that's not good. Look, that's never going to hold him. Look at that. Oh, there's my mouse. Possess you. I hated you. I loved you too. Alexa, increase volume. I love this one. To lose the fight. Wuthering, wuthering, wuthering heights he. Look at my poppy. Oh, let me into your window. Talking, it's me, I'm only a people now. Ooh, it gets tough, it gets lonely on the other side of you. Look at my wee baby there. My baby. Cruel Heathcliff, my only master. And then I've just cut off my whole YouTube channel there. It's me, I'm only a people now. Right, this is 6. The window, Heathcliff, it's me. Eh? Have I got that right? Let me have it. Let me grab your soul. Yeah. Try to fix my nose, guys. Is that it? You know, it's me, Kathy. So cold, let me through your window. See, in Heathcliff, it was Heathcliff. Did Heathcliff die? No, it was Kathy who died, wasn't it? It was Kathy who died. It's been that long since I read, well, not read the book, but pretend to read the book and watch the movie. And my wee baby. Oh, look at them. The two of them love each other. My wee babies. See them? Come here, come here to mommy. There's your cushion. Come on. Come on. See, she's a princess. She needs a cushion. Hey, what is this? The opt-in thing for the gifts? What the hell? Do I do something to give gift memberships out? I don't know. Can I do something to give people gifts of memberships? I don't know what that's about. Well, it's a miracle that I can actually upload a video. That's you know, that's what I'm like, the age I am. See, Carolyn, the thing is, it's like blisters, and I could feel them happening as they were happening. I could feel them weird. And my skin's always been really, really good. So I don't. He says to me it could be the chemotherapy that's caused the whole lot. It could be the cancer drug that I'm on also. But the thing is, I can't stop the cancer drug. So see that, opt in for a chance to get a Scottish Esma Blueberry 1 month gift membership and access to exclusive perks. Did I do something to help someone? Can I give someone a gift here, a membership? I don't know how that works. I'll look into it. I don't know what they've done. Do you know what? It's probably more money for YouTube. Truth be told, probably more money for YouTube. Did you, Carolyn? What the hell? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Look at Poppy behind me there. And she'll be darling. My babies. So listen, see, tonight I want you to think about things that's got nothing to do with money, right? That's what tonight's lesson is. Whether it be your wee animals, your grandkids, your partner, the sky, the clouds, the leaves, the breeze, the sunshine, birds, just whatever. Just something, and just look at it and think how beautiful it is. That you've never really looked at it like a tree. Have you ever really looked at the colour of the leaves and the branches and stuff? Just do that for me tonight, right? And you'll feel your soul getting fed. And I like to feed my soul. Things like that. Oh, Carolyn, would it? Well, is your mum and dad passed, or are they divorced? Or if you don't want to answer that, you don't need to. I'm not trying to pry, but if they're no longer with us, you know, I always think that people look down on us. I always feel as if I've got someone here. Dad shit your Carolyn, the dad's still here. Well, I'll send extra thoughts to your dad tonight, Carolyn, because he'll be obviously thinking. But listen, as I've said before, your mum is still. You just can't see your mum, but she will be here. She will be here. I've told my kids, see, when I go, I'm going to haunt them. I'm going to be round about them non-stop. So your mum is still here. Just you can't see her just now, but there'll be a day that you do. Yes, my Tinkle Pink, my beautiful yes, my Tinkle Pink. You are so wonderful. You do feel them. You do. My granny, my granny bed. I've got a picture of her next to my bed, and I dream about her often. I probably have maybe about 5 dreams every year, maybe more than that, maybe more than 5. Right, but seeing every single dream, the same thing happens, but it's a different situation. It can be like I'm out in the car and my granny Bet will be there, and I'll say to her, Granny Bet, I love you, and she'll say, I love you too, hen, every single time. And I think that's all we say to each other. I'm never saying to her, oh, have you got the time there or whatever. That's the only thing we ever say. But she seems to be in some dreams that are like weird dreams. But there she is. She's in the dream telling me that she loves me, and I'm like, I love you too. It's weird. But I think when you're sleeping, you can, I don't know, get vibes for the or you're more acceptable to get the vibes from people that have passed. Yes, Carol. See, listen, see if you believe in things like that, and it helps you and gives you some happy thoughts, etc. There's nothing wrong with it, and you'll get people that say, "Oh, that's rubbish." It's no rubbish. It's not rubbish. If you believe that, then it's not rubbish. It's a good thing. Well, guys, I'm going to go. It's what, 2 minutes past 4, so I'm going to go now. But thank you so much for spending time with me this afternoon. Monday, I will be back with you on Monday, but I have got my psychology. I'm not sure what time it's at. So if it's, I'll be on sometime on Monday anyway to see you. And thank yous again. And I love yous all so much. And I'm going to give yous a big kissy now. And I'll see yous on Monday. Have a wonderful Sunday. And I love yous all very much. Bye, everyone. Mwah.